What is it about Kamala Harris that has all the liberals being like, hey, yeah, she's going to make a great president? She's done nothing.
You swore an oath to uphold the Constitution of the United States, and you are voting for a guy that purposefully tried to overthrow that Constitution. The Taliban's better?
I was on the pullout.
I will give you the opportunity to just leave if you want. If you can't find a way out and you're getting beat up this bad and you want to leave, you can just drop.
Hey, what's going on, man?
What's going on? What's happening? What's going on, future?
Not much. Yeah. I'm voting for Trump, and I'm proud of him, man. I actually met Trump in 2019 when he went down to Fort Drum right before our deployment.
Did you check your wallet?
No, what?
You check your wallet when you met him?
No, I didn't have to, man. I didn't have to. I got a question for you, though.
You'll be the first person he stole from. Yeah. What's your question?
What are you gonna do when he wins?
He's not gonna win.
What are you and Harry and all the other liberal content creators gonna do when he wins?
I've got some news for you, bud. He's not going to win.
Okay, let's go on the hypothetical then. Let's say he does. What are you gonna do then?
He's not going to. I'm gonna continue doing what I'm doing. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do when Harris wins?
I'm gonna laugh. I'm gonna laugh I'm gonna laugh. I'm gonna laugh pretty hard.
Can you tell me 3 policies Donald Trump has worth voting for?
The border crisis, fixing the
border
VA.
Crisis what? Border crisis
abortion.
what? Donald Trump didn't. Hold on a second. Border crisis what? He got the Republicans
Finishing
to kill
the
the
wall.
border deal. He got the Republicans to kill the border deal. He's responsible for there being less security at the border.
When he was the one that wanted to build the wall? Yeah, that makes sense.
No, not build the wall. Walls don't work. I don't know if you know this. They don't work. If they did, building more under his administration. Why did they have them? Because that's a fence. Because that's a fence. How far around it is the DNC?
I don't know. Never been to Chicago.
All right, you really were in the military and you can't figure this the fuck out?
Yeah, for 7 years.
Cool. What happens when a perimeter gets larger?
You gotta build a bigger perimeter.
What happens? Does it get harder to defend?
Yeah, that's why you bring in more people.
What if you had a perimeter that was 7? Right, yeah. Which Donald Trump killed the border deal that would have done that.
To guard it.
Right. Donald Trump killed the border deal to bring more people in to guard it.
Yeah, I'll have to go look that one up. I didn't see that. He hasn't.
No, don't worry about it. I'll play it for you.
It's
okay.
Don't worry. I'll play it for you. 3.5 years.
Don't worry. I'll play it for you. It's okay. Right here. Where is it? It's like right.
Zing your. I know you're not trying to zing your
Fox
colleagues,
News.
but it's your colleagues in your
This is Fox News, and this is Senator Langford from Oklahoma.
party, sir, who torpedoed this. Who I know you're not trying to zing your colleagues, but it's your colleagues in your party, sir, who torpedoed this. Who didn't get the facts right on what you just outlined was in that measure. They killed it. Ironically, not Democrats.
Right. It was, and it was painful to be able to watch it. It got stirred up in all the presidential politics, and several of my colleagues started looking for ways. After President Trump said, don't fix anything during the presidential election, it's the single biggest issue during the election, don't resolve this, we'll resolve it next year. Quite a few of my colleagues backed up, looked for a reason to be able to shoot against it.
Yeah, don't fix it because he's going to do a better job than she will. Or, well, I mean, technically Joe Biden is still our president.
The Republicans refused to sign off on that bill. I don't know how you're going to say Donald Trump's better, or that he tried to get people down there at the border because he stopped the bill that would have done that.
Yeah, what is it about Kamala Harris that has all the liberals being like, hey, yeah, she's going to make a great president? She's done nothing.
I think she'll do all right.
I will give her, she is the VP. I'll give her that, right? But she is in charge of the country right now. Why can't she do
What
all
is
that
it
stuff
about
she's been
Donald
trying to
Trump?
promise right now?
What is it about Donald Trump? What is it about Donald Trump? Can you name me some policies, some redeeming qualities worth voting for? This guy attempted to overthrow the United States government, the same fucking government and
Oh my
constitution that
God.
you swore an oath to. He
I've
forged
sworn to
documents to
protect
try and
and
instill illegal right and uphold the Constitution of the United States, which he tried to tear down.
from both foreign and domestic threats.
Domestic threat.
That's not a domestic threat, my guy. He's
Yes,
not
he
a
is. He
domestic
tried to
threat.
overthrow the United States government. He forged documents with fake slates of electors and tried to pass those off in complete contradiction to what the U.S. Constitution calls for him to do. He violated his oath of office, and at one point he stated that he never took an oath of office. He said that in court.
Trump's a gangster, man. He's gonna have
How
everybody.
the
Not
answer the
everybody, but
question?
most
How are
people.
you going to vote for this
What is the
guy
question?
when
You
you
made a
sworn
statement.
you swore an oath to uphold the Constitution of the United States, and you are voting for a guy that purposefully tried to overthrow that Constitution?
He told everybody to go home. Do you not remember him
No,
tweeting that?
he called your friends losers and suckers. He spat on their
He
fucking
called
graves.
John McCain
He was in
a
Arlington
loser and a
going,
sucker.
John McCain endured years of torture despite the fact that he didn't have to. And the fact that I, a non-veteran, am explaining this to a fucking veteran is despicable.
That's crazy.
What's
That's
crazy?
okay,
That John
that
McCain
is
took years
crazy.
of torture. John McCain
Not the
endured
John McCain part.
years of torture. Years of torture. And you're going to sit here and say that it was okay that he attacked John McCain? John McCain, who could have went home, whose dad was a general or admiral or colonel, some in the fucking Air Force. John McCain could have left. He could have been swapped out, but he endured years of torture and up arms for the rest of his life for only this fucking Bone Spurs McGee to go ahead and talk shit about him on national television, despite the fact that this guy thinks of your buddies that they're losers and suckers. That's what he thinks of you. He thinks you're losers
what
and
about-
suckers.
What
Nothing.
about
What
Donald
about?
Trump being
What
there for
about?
the 13 soldiers? For the
When he
13
did this,
soldiers that
when
lost
they
their
assaulted,
lives?
when they violated, when he violated federal law by filming in a section of Arlington National Cemetery that you can't film at, when they got into an altercation and then said the guy that told them to stop filming had mental health issues, yeah, that's very fucking respectful. Or the fact that he weaponized 13 American soldiers and their death, despite the fact that this motherfucker is the reason they're dead. You want to talk about that? This guy is the reason those 13 people are dead.
Donald Trump is the reason that they're all dead.
Donald Trump negotiated with the Taliban. He left out the Afghan government. You should know this. You're a veteran, but you don't because you believe
there
in fascism,
wasn't a
apparently.
good government there. How are you going to tell me I was there?
The Taliban's better?
I was on the pullout.
The Taliban's
Who else
better.
Are you going to negotiate with?
The Taliban is
Because they were
better.
the bad guys. I didn't say
Can you
that.
tell me
I
who
said
the
there
Can you
wasn't
tell
no-
me who the president Can you tell me who the president of the Afghan government was during its collapse?
Couldn't tell you, but the Taliban.
Yeah, I know.
Mujahideen,
So how the fuck are
ISIS,
you going to
all
say
those
that their
guys were
government? How are
running
you going to
shit
say
over
their
there.
government? How are you going to talk shit about their government? You don't even know who the fuck was in
the
power.
The Afghani government wanted and needed us over there for that long to get those guys out of the
Yes,
area. That
and
we
this
had.
guy handed it back to the Taliban. This guy
He tried to
ensured that it
pull
was
us
going to
out,
go
and
back to
Joe
the
Biden did
Taliban.
it the wrong way.
He pulled us out by setting up a deal with the Taliban, and knowing full well that they were going to take back control of the country. We knew it.
Okay, so look, listen. I went over there in 2020 out of Fort Drum. I'm not going to say the battalion, but when we got back, left America February 26, 2020. I was at Mazar-e Sharif for my first base. Second base, I was at Bagram for like a month or two when COVID really started, and then I got sent to Kandahar, right? So I was over there. The first base, we were still running missions. We were doing all that stuff. When we got sent on over to Kandahar, we were literally moving HESCOs and all that stuff. We were literally pulling out. Everything that we did it so fast, and it was just day after day.
You weren't
after
even
day of
there
doing
during the
everything.
withdrawal. I have a question. I have a genuine question for you.
right way.
You know people that died over there? Did you have friends that died over there?
I had 6 friends that died over there. 6
Cool.
personal friends.
This guy released 5,000 Taliban prisoners. This guy released the people that killed your friends. This guy right here released the people that killed your friends. Forced the government of Kandahar or the government of Kabul to release the people that killed your friends.
He
That's
tried
exactly
to
what the guy did.
start the pullout. He expected to win the presidency.
This guy released the Taliban fighters that killed your friends. And you're sitting here voting for him? I can pull up the government. Yeah, I can pull it up right now. It's the Ghani government, by the way. They were forced to release 5,000 Taliban prisoners, 2,000 of them in American custody, about 33,000 of them in the Kabul's government. I can pull it up for you. That was part of the deal. He forced them to release 5,000 prisoners. This guy released the people that killed your friends, and you're going to vote for him.
What do you want me to say to that? I have no control.
There is nothing to say. It's to point out how fucking absurd that is. This guy released 5,000 terrorists that killed your friends.
That's I don't know about that.
I'll pull it up right now.
Go ahead.
Right here, Taliban talks. U.S. peace envoy not happy about release of prisoners. 14th of September 2020. The U.S. envoy for peace in Afghanistan has told BBC News he was not happy about a controversial deal to release 5,000 Taliban prisoners in order to secure historic peace talks.
Huh. Yeah, I was in Kandahar that time. I did not hear that.
Isn't that wild? This guy literally talks shit about veterans. You co-sign it with McCain that endured years of torture because he didn't want to leave his friends behind in Vietnam, and then got shit talked by this guy. And you're sitting in here defending him. He called your friends losers and suckers. He said of a veteran that had his arm blown off that was hit by an IED and did 5 tours. Said, I don't want it. What are you doing? I don't want that guy singing here. That's disgusting. Nobody wants to see him, the wounded. That's what he said about your friends. And then has the fucking audacity to get up there yesterday and go,
so when he gets elected, man, I'm going to come back in here. I'm going to be like,
it's just like a total break. I've got some news for you, bud. I got some news for you, and I want you to look at my face, okay? Because I've successfully called the last 3 elections, even the one with the red wave. You're going to lose.
Okay.
So you're going to lose in spectacular fashion. You're going to lose badly. I'm sure. You're going to lose so badly in this election, it's going to hit you guys like a fucking hurricane. You have right now 7 swing states. There was only 6 when Biden dropped out. There's 7 now. Florida and Texas are both now on the board, at least. At least Florida. Texas is edging close that he's going to have to throw money in it. That's 7 swing states minimum. She's already winning in 4 of them. The 4 that'll give her the election. She's probably going to take North Carolina, probably going to take Georgia, and Arizona's iffy.
Well, I guess we're going to have to wait for November 5th.
You're not going to have to wait. I'm telling you right now. You're voting for a guy that released people that killed your friends, and you're sitting in here going, God, I want this guy to be president. Can you tell me 3 redeeming qualities about this piece of shit?
Can I tell you 3 redeeming qualities about Donald Trump? He wants what's best for America. He makes peace with his enemies.
What does that mean? I don't know what that means. Can you tell me specifically, like, things? When he said about a 10-year-old girl, I'll be dating her in 10 years.
And Putin and all those guys.
What he did with Kim Jong-un, where he almost put us in a fucking nuclear holocaust.
Across the border
right. The first. Right. When you guys attacked Barack Obama when he wanted to do that very thing, and then Donald Trump ignored his advisors when they told him not to go.
I was 8 years old.
Donald Trump ignored his advisors. You're what?
I was like 8 years old when Obama got in. I was born in 99, man.
How fucking old were you when you joined the military?
17. August 28th, 2017.
Right. Anyways. Sure thing. Can you tell me some redeeming qualities about this guy? How do you... this guy literally said about a 10-year-old girl I'll be dating her in 10 years.
What?
Yeah, it's on a video. There's a video of Donald Trump saying this to a 10-year-old girl.
That sounds like a Biden thing, my man.
I can play it for you right now. There is a video clip of Donald Trump saying about a 10-year-old girl, I'll be dating her in 10 years.
Go for it. I would love to hear that.
You'll still defend it because if he's a pedophile, if he's a draft dodger, if he smears the people that you called friends that died in Afghanistan, you'll vote for him. So why wouldn't you vote for him for this?
Thursday night. You're going up the escalator? I'm going to be dating her in 10 years. Can you believe it?
You hear the girl on the other side of that?
Thursday night. You're going up the escalator? I'm going to be dating her in 10 years. Can you believe it?
What video is that?
The one I just played you.
Yeah.
He was friends with Epstein. Ghislaine Maxwell hooked him up with girls. He was on the Epstein flight logs. He appears over 200 times or so. Was it 150 to 200 times in the Epstein files that were just released?
Yeah, I took a look at the Epstein files.
Did someone just say out of context? Oh my God, someone please come tell me what the fucking context of that. Please come in and defend the pedophilia on that, for the love of God. We want to see your face when you do it.
What about Joe Biden smelling the little girls and touching the little girls, all that?
See how you can't stop? Why are you defending pedophilia by pointing to another pedophile? That's fucking weird,
I am not
bro.
defending that. That's disgusting.
Yes, you are. Then stay on Donald Trump.
Secondly, I didn't see that video.
Then why are you... Then stay on Donald Trump. I didn't see the video, so it didn't happen.
I can't prove
the guy's been
it
adjudicated for... The guy's been adjudicated for essay in court. He has 30 essay allegations. He's on audio tape talking about a 10-year-old girl. There's another audio tape of him describing exactly how he essayed E. Jean Carroll. The guy defrauded a children's cancer charity fund. And you're going to tell me this guy cares about America? You're gullible, bro. He doesn't give a fuck about you. That's why he's a billionaire asking you for money every day. Because he's trying to pay off his legal bills at your fucking expense. This guy's a con man. We've been telling you this for decades. You didn't fucking listen to us. And now you're riding this fucking pedophile into the apocalypse.
Though, right?
No, we didn't. No, we didn't. Nobody liked him. In fact, I can tell you exactly.
I didn't say him.
I can tell you exactly. No, I didn't. No, I don't give a fuck about his money. I don't give a shit about him. Nobody liked him as a Democrat. Nobody liked him as a Democrat. As a matter, I don't care what Hillary says. Then he also thought Hillary was pretty cool, and Kamala, because he donated to her.
Yeah, when he was a Democrat, wouldn't you? If you were a billionaire and you
when he was a Democrat, so now he's a flip flopper. So now he's a flip-flopper,
yeah,
and you're fine with that.
It makes sense when the party flip-flopped from the 70s to the 2010s or the 2020s.
The party didn't flip-flop. He's not a Republican, bro. He's just told you he is so he can make sure he can keep taking your money.
Look, listen. I love that you're like.
Can you give me a redeeming quality? Can you give me a redeeming quality about this guy?
I've given you 3.
No, you haven't. A redeeming quality about him.
Yeah, he tries to make peace along with people that are in other positions of power across the world.
What did that get us?
Kim Jong-un, Iran.
What did that get us? What did that get us?
COVID.
What?
It got COVID, or we got COVID. The whole country got COVID and shut everything down. We couldn't do anything.
Oh, I'm asking you about. I'm asking you about tyrants. You say he loves. What did he get? What did we get from that?
Like I just said, we didn't get. All right, fine. We didn't get much from it because of COVID. He tried making peace in 2019 with Putin when he went over there. 2019 in North Korea. Tried talking to Iran. Did that go well? Pulled us out of NATO.
Did that go well?
All that other stuff. We don't need to be.
We're not pulled out of NATO, and if you don't know why pulling out of NATO was a bad idea, I can't help you.
Bro, are you crazy? We don't need to be playing the big bad police force across the world. We need to be focusing on our own stuff.
The big bad police force.
We need to be taking.
Do you not understand how military alliances work as a member of the military?
Yeah, I understand how they work, man.
Then why are you having such a hard time with it?
Me personally, I'm not. I'm chill. I'm happy. You're like the first liberal guy that I've met on this app without like blue hair or talking with something like crazy talking. Come in here and talk to you. Thank you. First off, yeah,
You're
chat's
like
a
the
little
first
crazy,
conservative I've talked to without a fucking cowboy hat.
No, I don't have the cowboy hat, my man. I don't have the cowboy hat.
Why are you just attacking people for having blue hair? Like, why? It's just a bizarro, weird
It's just
trope.
like a trait for people,
I'm
I guess.
still waiting on a redeeming quality of Donald Trump. So can you make a redeeming quality with best friends of Epstein that talk about veterans?
I can't say.
You're like, he loves America. You understand why he's running, don't you? You get this? Do you understand why he's running?
Go ahead and enlighten me. Why do you think he's running?
I don't think, I know. It's because he thinks he's going to prison. He's trying to prevent himself from going to prison for the shit that he did. Or you think I'm kidding?
I think you're hilarious.
I'm kidding. Is that why Donald Trump announced his candidacy moments like within a week after Garland said that we're not going to prosecute anybody running for president?
What?
Did you know that? Yeah, did you know that?
That he announced his presidency a week after they were like, oh yeah, we're not going to do this. We're not going to go after
Merrick
this guy
Garland said
anymore.
it is a policy. Merrick Garland said publicly it is a policy of the DOJ that I, at least, will not prosecute someone currently running for president. So what did he do? He turned around and ran for president. And what did Merrick Garland do? He appointed a special counsel.
Wow, cool story, bro. Like, if I was Donald Trump,
I'd story. This is what happens. Donald Trump, I don't know why you're not getting this. Donald Trump is running so he can steal your guys' money to pay off his legal fees, and so that he can stay out of jail.
He's going to pay off legal fees with multiple people sending in $10, $15, $20, whatever. Yeah. He can sell
the
shoes
numbers
and all this other stuff. Yeah.
We have the numbers.
Uh-huh.
We know what the FEC filings are. Donald
You know
Trump.
what's funny?
I can give you almost the exact numbers. I can give you almost the exact numbers.
Trump does with his money, but you guys can't tell us how Joe Biden made $10 million in his presidency.
He wrote a book.
You can't tell us
he
what
wrote a
Kamala
book.
Harris has been doing in the last 3.5 years since she got pulled on.
She's been a public
so
worker. Yeah, I can tell you these things. Yes, I can tell you these things. Joe Biden wrote a book. He got a contract to write a book and then royalties from it. He wrote 2 books actually.
He made $10 million. It was the first time in his life he made 2 books.
Yes, that's what happens when you're a former vice president. People pay, yeah, not as much as a president, but yes, he'll get paid for it, plus royalties. Back to the point, yes. 45 in the first half of 2023. You're just getting shredded out here, and you're such a defensive laugh. That's such a defensive laugh of like, I don't know anything about politics and I'm getting my shit rocked and I'm trying to find a way to leave. But if I just back out, I'll look like a coward. So I have to sit here and just laugh to try and shrug it off. We know, yeah. Donald Trump spent $45 million out of $72 million in the first half of 2023 on legal fees. He spent another $22 million raising money, and he paid another $15 million into the actual campaign, and he took out $8 million of his own money.
Wow. That's amazing.
Anyways, I will give you the opportunity to just leave if you want. If you can't find a way out and you're getting beat up this bad and you want to leave, you can just drop.